Hello everybody, bien le bonjour. Hope you are holding good. It's time for the weekly live stream. And what a good time this week, right? So, that's new, stream element, okay. I hope connection is gonna stay relatively stable. I have really bad connection today. And one of my backup connection is not working. So finger crossed, right? Let me see who is here yet. Not too much. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Bam bam. Okay. I'm just gonna check my chat for a minute while everybody is coming in. Okay. Hello, Gertrude. Right, well, let's start. 421. So, pretty strong price action this week, right? Pretty strong, to say the least. Now, as simple as it gets, the question remains, as we are breaking out of that horizontal range, is this gonna be a fake out again, just like we did here and here? If we get acceptance back below 20,250, yeah, that will be likely. And I pull this channel here. It's not the nicest channel, not as precise, but on daily, on the daily chart, it worked pretty nicely. At least the highs here are well aligned, and the daily close enough to me. All that to say, yeah, we are in an uptrend locally. At least on a linear chart, as we talked about. On a line chart. Of course, we have a low here on the most exchanges. But overall, we can see how we are making higher highs and higher lows closes. So should we simply just lose today's low? Well, I guess we'll look for the lower trend line here. Potentially a bit lower, of course, and maybe even lower. Otherwise, next resistance slightly above us, but we'll start to get even more confirmation of a breakout, and I will most likely look for upper level overall, obviously. But we'll see that. Hello, Queenie. Good to see you. And people's coming. Good. So yeah, for me this is still quite strong, I believe. But we'll have to, yeah, watch closely what happened into our local range here. Let's see if we can continue higher or lower, as simple as that. We might spend some time here, but yeah, that's it. And yeah, I do not exclude at all that we could reverse back and this and to be a trap here. But I think this is, yeah, relatively strong. Here's volume on Bitfinex isn't great. It's like there's just no volume. We'll check volume on other exchanges. I'm really looking at this daily order block because this is our preliminary support. Should this be a reaccumulation range? Yeah, preliminary support. I've been decent resistance even if we did have a fake out here. And now it's still playing support on daily time frame. So yeah, as long as this slow hold, I think we can continue here. So in fact, what will, well, the count, will come back on that in a minute. Just a few levels here. So this is still the daily order block. We have a 4-hour order block here locally, and this level, yeah, it's not a daily. It is a 10-day, yeah. No, not a 10-day. Which level is that? A 3-day level, okay. $12. Okay. But most importantly, I don't really mind this level. We can see how we have our value are high here. We just tested value are high after a breakout of the range, so this is still very bullish so far. We don't really have a trend line, clean trend line support again because we have a higher high here, but you can see if we take the high of the preliminary support, this swing high, a bit over under, support here on the 4-hour. Why am I looking at such a trend line, which is not especially precise? It's, you know, from the Wyckoff point of view. Should be better to look at this in a Wyckoff chart. So here, potentially preliminary support, selling climax, secondary test in phase B with really high volume, uptrust trap, or failed spring, or spring. Failed spring here on the aggregated spot because it is a higher low than this. Simply a spring if it is a lower low. What come after a spring or failed spring, which is phase C of our accumulation range. This will be phase B, longest accumulation, the longest phase, and the phase A starting like the preliminary support. And phase C is the last test of the lower band of the range in an accumulation. Inversely in a distribution range. What happened after that is a show of strength and a backup, which is a retest of our broken resistance. It might be different things. Sometimes we have a more cleaner trend line. That's what we are looking at. We also have here the anchor Bybit that I highlight a few times ago. And yeah, so again, as long as this hold, that's just a simple retest here. There we go. There's a comment here. Hello, someone I cannot read the name. Hello, hasta la vista. Jerome, are you shouting this? Not no, no, I'm not shorting this. I'm short from up here. I'm not shorting this right now, but we'll see. It could be right now, but yeah. Hello, Ginny, good to see you. So yeah, my short, more heavy chart with a lot more levels. So I emphasized that level last week or earlier this week. This is our weekly order block in green. And there's two inside. One of the other. There's one inside the other. But that was potentially the resistance I was looking for. As we already made several SFP, or at least one main swing fair pattern of the highs here. I was looking for something a bit stronger. Obviously, I would be more heavily short if we had a longer range. I'm kind of looking for a longer range here. Should this be a trap? Yeah, nonetheless, that was a good shot to have. Oh, and yeah, we have the POC of the range. Sorry, I'm gonna mix this again, but I'm just realizing it is not on that chart. It is not on USDT. Okay, but we have a high volume node here, which is exactly where we adjusted. Never mind. So yeah, here you can see the counts ABC. Why this was potentially a good shot, because it could be corrective, especially if we continue down here. Now, why are the counts not aligned here? Okay, that work better. So yeah, let's start with the bearish count here, just for the sake of it. I showed 3 potential counts earlier this week. So one was the bearish one, most conservative one. You just look at the target from the swing low, major swing lows and highs. We went beyond the 1-1 extension, but still in between 160, 1811. So we know it's still potentially corrective as long as we don't really go beyond the 160, 18. And we have a valid count for that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 4 is a bit short here, but compared to the time it took for the 2. Nonetheless, that's a valid one. Should this be bearish? Well, on a quick God damn it, doesn't stop pushing here. I will simply look at this as some kind of impulse here. We have a nice triangle. Nice, I mean, proper enough. Can zoom in a minute, but yeah, expanding diagonal potentially here. And so that will make our wave 1 or A, in fact. But for the bearish case, we'll say wave 1 here. And this could be in process of a wave 2, right? Well, where will be the invalidation? At the top we made this week. Last week. This week. Well, I'm lost. Now this is, yeah, it's keep pushing strongly. Yeah, I'm not. We have a very strong recovery here. if I'm trying to count this, so obviously the low, the high, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially. Okay, we have a very nice triangle again. So good for wave 4. And that could become wave A. Then B, then C. Alternatively, what can be a triangle? It can be a wave 4 or a wave B. So you fit somehow a wave A here, wave B like this. But I guess the target gonna be a bit too high. Yeah, that is the thing. So key level and validation for the bearish case here. It's here, and should this be an ABC like this, you see how it's getting a bit tight. It will still be valid, but you see the standard target for wave C should be here, really close to invalidation. Really very close. So yeah, I will look at something more like this. Should this be bearish? So I would better look for short. Should we saw something like this? Until then, I don't really run too short here. We have bearish Steve. I mean, here you could, because you have your A, B, C, D, E here. And pretty clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are at the golden pocket. Bearish Steve on 1 minute, 5 waves. I mean, yeah. And target for the 5th. Should this be indeed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th? One, 2, 3. Yeah, I will reach minimal target for 5th. So that's okay. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? Well, for me personally, is because I'm rather bullish overall. So I'm taking some shorts. I mean, I took shorts here. Because that's, I mean, I felt the best thing is to know when to be patient, not when to be aggressive, know when to be patient. So being aggressive on longs here, it's probably good because we are overall we are still in an uptrend locally. We broke resistances, and we are seeing strengths. Now, obviously, here being aggressive on the long, you can easily get tracked here. Sometimes this recovery out of this, it's a nice sign of strength again to me. Now, obviously, for a day trade, to click liquidity above that high, you got potentially 5 waves. You are overbought. You even have bearish Steve on a 15 minutes, on a 1 minute locally. You're a bit beyond the POC, slightly. So overall this is an area of resistance. So now we are slightly above, but I can easily see this rebasing here. Now, could it go down? As always, there's always a possibility, but it's not the most likely. And what I would be more inclined to do here, yeah, it's really to wait to see how deep this come and to see if we can have a nice target. For example, if we come down as low as this, then on this move I will count 5. I will be looking for my 5 waves and my 1-1 extension 90%. Also level of liquidity here or here, and then it is a nicer short for a swing, nicer opportunity for a swing short, knowing that overall I will be most likely looking to increase long here on a retrace. And yeah, especially as we have decent support here. We have a daily level. You can see how we have resistance, support, resistance, support. So should we come here as are looking for long, because if we reverse from here, then again target for an ABC will be a bit too high. It can be a short one. You have to be aware of that. As always, take profit above the most obvious high. But then it will increase probability that we're continuing the bull trend. I'm saying this, but it would be better maybe to shift on the bullish count, right? So let me delete all of this for now, because it was just for or at least a low time frame one. Checking comment. What do you think about SPX2? We'll see that in a minute. So is there where we all get a retrace from this pump? I hope so. Hope so. I would like to increase back in. I longed here. But didn't really had the time to get into a position in this move. I was not really available at the time. Yeah. Like this here. So we saw the bearish idea here. Bullish count, I had 2 of them. Let's start with the one that is the less likely now. And I will add a third one. So still we take our main highs, lows and highs, and start counting from here. So 1, 2, and this, we could still be in a wave 3 overall. I'll just check the target we could be looking for wave 3 here. For 61.8, that could work pretty nicely. The idea was to look at this as 1, 2, 3. Wave 4 here was pretty nice. Here it was still good. Now we really went down a lot here. And for a pretty long time for wave 4 compared to this wave 2 and this wave 1, you see how this is really deep and long, take a longer time. So I would not invalidate it, because we did not invalidate it. We did not overlap with 1 here. But maybe not the most likely. We'll see how this continues. If it does, obviously. But this is a count that was a bit more bullish, because it gives us a 1, 2, 3. It allows us to reach our targets. This is target for wave 3. Do you have it here? Why don't I have that? The flip tool here again. Let me set this back. Okay. So yeah, the idea here is, should this be beginning of an impulse, 1, 2, looking for the third, 161 should be the target. So this count has enough leg to be able to reach this target. While the other count that I have here, it's a bit tighter, because this will be 1, 2, 3 here instead of 1, 2, 3. We'll count a complete count here. And now we reach a 50% retracement for that wave 4, 50% retracement of wave 3, which is perfect target for wave 4. So that work a bit better on the wave 4 here. Now that also means that the fifth will be the top of that higher degree wave 3. And now the target for this fifth is quite big. That will mean an overshoot. If I take the max expected target for fifth, it should be here, the POC. But still, you know, as we are entering into short squeeze territory, having a big 5 inside, especially inside a wave 3, remain fine to me. So I will keep that as valid count. And we'll see. In that case, the 5 waves that we might be looking at right now, locally will be just wave 1 of that 5. 3, 4, 5. Something like this. That will be the IT. So, so yeah, that's it. Simple as that. That's recount. What count could we be adding here? Let me maybe come back on the higher time frame. Oh, I see. What I'm trying to do is just to keep this wave 3. Okay. Well, sorry. Here I am. So otherwise, when 2, this is a minimal target we expect for 3. That could go significantly higher to 61.8, and you know we have a lot higher targets. Should this go in a bull run? Because for now, on the higher degree, we don't know. Sorry, there's a lot of levels here, but yeah, we don't know. We are basically in a range. We don't know if we are corrective. We could be going up here. How am I doing this clearly? I mean, this could be a correction. This high could hold before, and this low break before this high. That case may count possible, but we could be kept inside. We could be corrective locally, A, B, C somehow finished here, whatever. But we could also be in a 1, 2, starting the bull run here. This is not impossible. In that case, we could be in a 1, 2, and then a very big 3 coming on. And that will be wave 1, wave 2 of the bigger 3. 1, 2, looking at the 3, 4 here, for example. And we have a smaller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be the idea. As we are trending up and we are seeing several signs of strength, we have to keep in mind that several things: keeping the flow, keeping in mind where it is sensible to take small shorts with quick take profit, because the short that I took here, I took a lot of profit where we were when we were here already, a bit more here. I was ready to hold in case we continue down, but staying aggressive on the take profit. And the long I rather hold bigger part for, well, for the sake of the bull potentiality here. As we don't know when we're gonna reverse, or at least I don't. So I'm keeping in mind the more conventional target, 1, 2, 3 here. That is my target for now. I will be looking for short here, probably. For wave 4 play, looking for long again to target a 5th. But should this reverse, well, I know I can still be in an ABC as well and still be in a bearish market structure. At some point, we might see a big short squeeze, and when bulls really start to show strength, it can be quick. It's the same way for bears. I mean, you know, when you start to get this kind of stuff, it can be quick and surprising. I hope I'm not too confused here. Too confusing, I mean. Okay, see you get. Maybe double top and dump. Is there any thread setup locally? Is there any thread setup locally? I mean, I'm not so much to me. Not so much to me. Let me check this maybe. Just and maybe if you get acceptance back below here, you get your short at that point with invalidation at the high. It's a bit more market structure change and look for target to the daily level, potentially down here. And again, I don't want to be aggressive on the short here. This is rather strong. Unfortunately, I cannot really look at exo charts. Yes, I can on this. As my internet is too much unstable here, if I'm loading exo chart, it's just gonna wreck the stream. What do we have here? Aggressive short and Binance getting wrecked. FTX wells on a bull strength. You know, you don't necessarily want to counter trade aggressive FTX wells, because I'm saying potentially 5 here, so okay, why not a short here to target here? But that's one possibility. Would be in 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and start. It's really squeeze. I don't think it is that strong yet. But you see how we wrecked bulls for a day, and now we're really going into a rip-up invest. Inversely. Stairs down, elevator up. While letting people getting into shorts, you know, you're showing big rejection, and you push into them, rejection, and you push again, potentially rejection here. For the scenario of a double top here, I mean, why not? We could extend this ABC just for one more move. One, two, three, four, fifth. But that doesn't really look like a distributional range. It really look more like aggression into bulls, into long liquidity, and then continuous trend. The trend is up. So yeah. What I wanted to show you otherwise. Well, where to get into a new long here? I have to wait for correction at some point. Cannot go into a long here. And this we have. This is really a better place, so yeah. Golden pocket here. Like liquidity below here, maybe. ABC. Or because obviously this is an ideal place, as you know, we have a clear support resistance here, well, support here, and golden pocket and high volume node. Same way that we just sweep up with shallow retrace here, we could expect just a shallow wave 2 here. Should this really be bullish? So 382, 50%. Even 236, I mean. I'm gonna have to wait to see how the correction plays out, if it plays. But looking at the time it took to get here, Friday, 9 o'clock, we are entering into the weekend. Yeah, I'd rather wait. I want to say wait for the end of the weekend. I want to say that because usually it's rather good to be off on the weekend. But a few times we have the big move on the weekend as well. We're likely to come back, retest this level should we see a pump coming here during the weekend. 1, 2, 3. Pam. Yeah. If I see an opportunity later, I will let you know. Make sure to let you know if I do enter another room later, but I can't here. Maybe check a bit how is aggregated looking like right now. Negative funding. So again, another bullish sign. We have new position opening here. That's where bulls went really aggressive. And then take profit in all this range. So now we have lower open interest at a higher level. That means I've been able to take profit at higher level. Which means I have more strength to push this back up. Even more. How much open interest do we have open since the low? Yeah, there's still room. Here. Yeah, it's already made. I should have made my stream earlier. Pull up in this year. Yeah, that was a decent entry. Now it's a take profit. So hopefully we range here a bit. We'll see that later. Daily open, you asking? I don't even know. Yeah, that's just slightly below our daily level. No, it's definitely possible. Now, if the thing is, as I explained, this is gonna be very important. So any retrace, I would be looking to be a buyer. That's pretty much it. And potentially more above, but this is already a decent ratio. It could be averaging here. Non-financial advice, but and you know, I don't really like to put my stop just below a low on a weekend. But this is crucial here in the structure. Because if we breach this, especially after 5, that means a big trap, and that means at least going down here. Should this fail? Most likely to be. So yeah, higher time frame, what do we have? Yeah, we went from overbought here. Forget that. Yeah, all good. A, B, C, we also have this target. Just for an alternative inside count. Should this be part of a corrective and this be part of a trap? I would rather see us keep pushing into bigger trap. And here, even if we can look at this as an ABC locally, you can look at this as an ABC. And we can look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, also on this degree. This would be a very small weight 3, but it's not invalidated. And should this be a trap? Well, why not having a small 3 here? I'm looking for the 5th still. So keeping on the long for now. Knowing that I don't really think we are going crazy up right now. You know, I showed you this could be a very big extension, obviously. It's really not what I'm expecting, simply just because for me, if we successfully go back to the high of the range, I will still look at this as a secondary test in phase B. So we have our phase A, this is B, and we'll still be looking for a C. C doesn't have to be a low. If this start to go, indeed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example, and will become wave 1 of lower degree, we can still be looking at a nice retest of our range for the phase C, and look at a wave 2 and then maybe go. Or make a lower low, in fact. But yeah, as we are breaking out of a lower range, I'm rather looking for the high of the range. That's simple as that. Should we come back down, then get more aggressive on the short then. Maybe just you the moving average. Yeah, we have confluence here. 1 hour. Where's the 1 hour 200? Bit lower. And the 4 hour, where? The 50. Okay. So yeah. Let's keep that up. Let's go. Riot squeeze signal. BTC breaking major failing resistance. Might see a bull run begging. Is saying stunk squeezer 69. I don't even know what is Riot. Oh, the... Oh, no, that's nothing. So that was minor that went down a lot today. The whole market is a scam. Life is a scam, mate. I don't know what major resistance we broke. Anyway, we asked me about SPX maybe. I didn't realize we have 80% setup today. The previous day value are high at 20,780. Okay. Yeah, nice. What was the question about SPX? What do you think about SPX to 3904, 3923 BTC again to 21k then drop? And here we go. SPX going to take yesterday, this week high again. What level did you talk about? 3904. I don't know what level it is, but I mean, surely we're taking the high. So if we look at this as a consolidation still, I mean, yeah, why not? My idea on SPX here and US. Still mostly bearish on the high time frame. But if we could get up here, that would be really nice. Potentially for a flat here. A, B, C, POC, SR flip, maybe even or 200 daily. About. I think this can continue. We confirmed the market structure change here. And we are not yet overbought on the 4 hour. The count that I would see here, so I would rather use US 500 for the count. Well, clearly here a flat, if I can get this correctly without the magnet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't work. But potentially, no, it's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 5 then. What are you doing, TradingView? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we set a target here, 1 extension of that move. And locally target for a third, even if this is less precise. Yeah, ideally something like this. I mean, this is something we change our trend. Change our trend after multiple traps. So here we have SFP, 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 and in fact, we have the same structure here. Here on the smaller time frames than here. Interesting. Okay, you got your first swing fair pattern of June low. You go into it. You go into a nice motive wave, impulse move. So everybody should be looking at that point at a higher low. Then you failed it, you make a lower low. And then you change again the market structure on a higher time frame. After we did the same thing here, but on even higher time frame here. So I would expect, yeah, continuation then. And at that point, let me shift back here. So either we have a leading diagonal, 1, ABC, 2, and go down, or A, B, C. Or, oh no, that's only what I'm saying. I mean, everybody is agree that the market is very bearish, at which point will be enough, the sentiment will be back to bullish again for this to be able to go down. I don't know yet, because obviously as everybody were bearish, we were all bearish there. I mean, we were. Everybody were bearish here. And obviously we're going up. Do we need to take that high to find the liquidity before reversing? The question, because that could still be an ABC expanded flat, you know. But in theory, if this is bearish, there is no real reason to take liquidity here. I would rather see us going up slowly, consolidating, and because to change sentiment, you either need a strong move, a market structure change, so either a quick move, either a market structure change, or both together, or time. And just a slow rise or long consolidation under resistance will make people flip bullish quickly. Well, quickly no, because I say slow, but will make people flip bullish. The same way, the more we spend time at the low, the more people start to get bearish. Hedge funds putting billions into BTC this morning. They have lowered it this week. We might see crypto go nuts this weekend and this coming week. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but why not? I mean, I'm not sure about that. Clearly, there is some big interest that have been buying here, that have been pushing this move. That's also what I'm seeing and feeling, and why I'm feeling rather bullish locally. But I've been loading up here, not just this week. Here is the buy that, I mean, if you have accumulation here is not accumulation, it's a big buys to break the trend, because there is no supply left, and you absorb all the selling, and now you decide to reverse the trend because there's no more supply. But yeah, we saw, so if you're talking about the on-chain move, you can see from Binance or what, so I don't know. I didn't check the validity of all of that. But sometimes there is quote-unquote fake news or misunderstanding or mislabeled data, like sometimes you see a big withdrawal out of Binance wallets to another wallet, but that's just the company that is looking at this data that might get it wrong. And sometimes it's just internal transfer of the exchange itself. So unless I miss a news that's where there was a public buy, public announcement of big buy, but yeah, the volume is not that crazy either, you know. I'm sorry, I know I shift too much this chart, but anyway, looking here on an aggregated spot exchange, we are not yet seeing great bullish volume. So I'm feeling rather bullish, but it's not quite there yet. Not quite at the level that I'm looking already at this going nuts, like I believe it will go at some point. Right, it's gonna pump like $5,000 or $10,000 in a day or in a week. But we have absorption. That's where we had the big buy, in fact, you know, you see here. And this is rinsing liquidity. Take liquidity above the high, below the low, and now we are starting to run. Now we need to see volume keep coming in. And I would like to see this grow, having volume above this on the next squeeze to really feel bullish. If we see this and volume keep dropping, that's maybe where you consider this as a potentially strong resistance. At the same time, if we start to see volume growing, well, that will already be on the breakout probably. But yeah, absorption. Lowering volume, so not yet a very strong trend. Strong selling pressure increasing as we go down, but at the same time speed decreasing and absorption increasing. So you really see here how sentiment is being played. There's not much volume at the high. And they needed this big pump to find the liquidity to run and feel big here. Oh yeah. What time is it already? Yeah, 1 hour live. Don't think I have much more interesting things to say. Maybe can watch quickly this. Magic spread still bullish. Comment A, Bully Boy. She's from Utrecht. Nice. Utrecht. Why is that? Is that Holland, right? You're welcome. Thanks for your comment. It looked more corrective, but hasta la vista. Yeah, I know. I know this is looking more corrective than anything else, but that's also what you kind of want at a bottoming, for a bottom to build. You want something that's crappy in the beginning that's look corrective. Because I mean that you don't want the things to be too much obvious or it's become too easy, and you know, it's probably not the case. At some point it become obvious. You have strengths, but it's at higher level, so then you need the crowd to help you keep pushing price up. But at the bottom you want to keep things not looking great when you want to fill your bags. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I will make my best to keep you updated if I can catch a position later on. And otherwise, I see you everybody soon. Thanks for watching, participating, commenting your nice, your nice comment and everything. Appreciate you all. Stay safe. Don't forget, the only thing you control in the market is how much you lose. So risk management is always key. Have a nice weekend and see you soon. Bye.